Apart from a little wobble in the FA Cup first round, we're on a bit of a good run. Hello and welcome to episode 19. My name is Mark, and on today's episode we have two matches in the Vanarama National League. The first game against Northampton and the second game against Fylde, which also happens to be on the telly. What's happened since you were last with us? Well, as aforementioned, we have been on a little bit of a decent run. I think we've only conceded one goal in the last 7 games, starting here. So we lost against Torquay United, then beat Kidderminster Harriers 4-0. Then we had the last episode, Weymouth and Wealdstone, made a meal of the game against Weymouth. Drew 0-0 with Wealdstone, and then we've gone on this little bit of a mini run. Yeovil Town 2-0, Halifax Town 3-0, Solihull Moors 3-1, and then we had our little hiatus against Eastbourne Borough. Again, made a meal of it, 2-2 draw at their place, and then managed just to squeeze past them on a 1-0 win at home. Then we played Barnet and beat them 1-0, and Bromley 2-0. So, as I say, in the last 7 league games, we've only conceded 1 goal. So, good return. And where does that actually put us in the league? Well, as you will see, we're top of the pile as it currently stands, 39 points. Fylde just behind us, who are in our second game today, on 38 points. And then a run down to Northampton 5th with 35 points, Aldershot last playoff place on 32 points, and Bromley just outside on 29. So currently 10 points clear of Bromley, so that's quite a decent gap at this stage of the proceedings. And most teams now played 19 games. Torquay and Harrogate, Notts County and Torquay still have a game in hand, as do Ebbsfleet and Dagenham and Redbridge down the bottom. There we go, we see the full table down the bottom there. Looking good for today's games against Northampton and against Fylde. And I think it's high time that we got into our first game against Northampton. And here we are through to the team that are going to play against Northampton. And as you'll see, a slight change in formation, which we've been running with for a couple of games now, mainly because we had a few suspensions and also injuries, which forced us to play a slightly different formation in order to accommodate some of the wide players over here. So we just decided that we'd do this, and it seems to be working quite well at the moment, and we still have the ability to switch back to our usual formation if we need to. So in goal, Slicker, Winfield, Alangaju, Gordon and Egan Riley in defence, Goodrich at the base of midfield, Wellens and Pennington in central midfield, and then Jackson, Steels and Charman up front. On the bench, Gray, Lund, Bassi, Kanga and Danaher. And George Danaher was dropped really because he was in a little bit of a poor form, so we've given him a chance to actually recover. Plus we've been playing lots and lots of games just recently, so and I have noticed our form be a bit iffy around sort of Saturday Tuesday games, and it's not really until we get clear of those and then into every other Saturday that we seem to settle down and really sort of get there. So recovery time is a big aspect of that. So formation wise, it looks like we're set up very similar to Northampton. They have 2 defensive midfielders and 1 central midfielder, where we've got the other way around. So what we're going to tell the guys today, I think it's a great opportunity to show the pundits is the one that seems to have been working. It's not worked as well today, but it's certainly working, and so we're underway. Well, we will be if I click on there. There we go. And I've paused it straight away. So off and up and running we are. We also seem to be accumulating lots of yellow cards. Charman with the ball in, and I'm not quite sure, I think it was Nico Gordon with the header. We've dropped down to second, which means Solihull Moors must be Ben Jackson injured again. Charman now with the ball in midfield, he wins it. And not really tame shot, and not getting anywhere. Yeah, Solihull Moors leading. Let's get creative. Shout. Winfield with the ball in to Wellens. Wellens now holds up the ball. Back to Pennington, back to Goodridge. Goodridge forward to Egan Riley. Egan Riley crosses in. Missed the header. Defender got there first. Wellens. Winfield. Winfield takes a shot. Saved by the goalkeeper. Steels is there. And can't really keep it in. Their player does. And it's cut out by Gordon. Gordon to Egan Riley. Pennington forward. Looking for Charman. And Charman, I'm not sure what happened there. He just didn't get hold of it at all. And it looks like we're going into half time 0-0. Egan Riley picks up a yellow card. His 7th of the season. And yeah, we've definitely had the better of the first half, but not done anything with it on this occasion. And actually didn't want to do that. Let's go in and Nico Gordon. Sorry, not Nico Gordon. Egan Riley to watch his step. And anybody underperforming? Yep. Vinny Steels. Actually, take Nico Gordon off of that. Vinny Steels. I'm not happy with your performance so far today. You need to step up, maybe. And Ben Jackson seems to be alright. We just need to keep an eye on him. He is, back, as I say, back from injury, so he's only really supposed to be on for 75 minutes. So we'll keep an eye on him. Let's see if we can get something a bit more in the second half. Now Charlie Winfield has picked up a yellow card. He's 3rd of the season. And it may be time to take him off. Tactics, I think we're going to change to our other formation. Wellens can go up front. And we will swap Peter Bassi for Jackson. We do have the option of Kanga on this right side. Ben Jackson now picked up a yellow card. And I think that was a save, a good save. Goodridge gets rid of it. And we're back up to first. Which means Solihull Moors must have conceded a goal. Steals now out to Egan Riley. Egan Riley on the overlap. Can he cross the ball in? He's not crossed the ball in, he's put it in the net. So 1-0. Vinny Steels with the assist. So a little bit of interplay. Back out to Egan Riley. Egan Riley just decides to go around the player and then wallop it. I think, like me, everybody was looking for the cross and it didn't come. He just thought, well, there's space, let's pop it away. So we are now in. Mason Goodrich now picked up a yellow card as well. As I said, we do seem to be picking up. Either we're very dirty or something's going on here. Right. As is usual, Egan Raleigh is tired. Charman is tired. I'm tempted. For now, I want to bring George Danaher on as well. Right, I'm going to bring Kanga on for steals, and we're going to leave it at that for the moment. We'll run it down, run the clock down just a little bit longer. Okay, the throw in from Gordon to Charman, I think it was. Goodrich out to Steels. Steels now looking for the overlap. He's pushed the ball back to Goodrich. Goodrich to Egan Raleigh. Egan Raleigh back to Goodrich. Holding the ball up. Egan Raleigh. I thought he was looking for his second then. Pennington out to Steels via Goodrich. Charman to Steels. Steels back to Egan Raleigh looking for a gap. And it looked like the goalkeeper must have hit the outside of the post. Right, 75 minutes gone. We're going to go down to positive. And Egan Raleigh is actually very tired, and I think that might have to be the change that we make, given Winfield isn't playing particularly well on this side. He's had a poor game and he's apprehensive. Right, so let's Mitchell London for Egan Raleigh. That's our third change, and what we're also going to do, we'll confirm that, and we are going to drop a bit of praise, try and cheer them up a little bit. And we want to secure this win, so it's not any means will do. A 1-0 win is enough. Not convincing, but that's what we need, is to grind out the results really to get ourselves out of this league, and that's what we are currently doing. So assertively we're going to say that's a good win, boys, well done. Or are we going to say we got away with that? No, good win. And we will check. Hand it over. And that's our first game of the day. We'll now move on to the second game, which is against Fylde, and as you can see at the top of the table here, they are tucked right in behind us on 41 points. So if we can win this game, we will open a little bit of a gap up between these guys here. Solihull Moor, did they lose in the end? Did they lose in the end? So Fylde 1-2-1 against Dagenham Redbridge. And why can't I see them? Yes, they drew 1-1 in the end. So, yep, it looks like we, with a win against Fylde, we could actually put ourselves in a good position here. And here we are, second game of the episode, and it's against Fylde, who are the favourites for this game, albeit they're inconsistent, and our form is excellent at the moment. Let's have a look at the team that we selected for this game. A couple of changes. Still sticking to this formation at the moment. Slicker in goal. Winfield, Ram, he's back in. Gordon, Webb, Goodrich, Pennington, Morton, Bassey and Wellens. and Danaher comes in up front, giving Charman a bit of a rest. Obviously the match is coming thick and fast, so thought would actually give him a rest. Webb has complained about he's not getting match time, but also Egan Riley is tired, so it's a good opportunity to swap those two players over. Gray, Lund, Jackson, Kanga and Charman are on the bench, and so this is the team that we're going to submit, and hopefully there will be the team that wins this game for us. Now they're playing a 4-4-2 formation. This is also on the telly. And team talk wise, there's not we're underdogs here. Expect nothing win from this match. That's putting better pressure on them. I think we'll stick to this one. The pundits, the media, are giving us the good reports. Let's keep showing them how and why. And we have a tunnel interview. How are you approaching the task of keeping the National League leading scorers quiet here? I'll approach it the same way as any other match, with thorough meticulous planning and preparation. Having the best defence in the National League must have you looking forward to another win. There has to be a balance, of course, and we work on everything in training. Sometimes we'll concede a few more than usual, but if we win, it's less of a concern. I want to win first and foremost. You're first in the National League form table after good reason. Does that help ahead of kick-off? Yep. Kieran Slicker is a fairly lengthy run without conceding a goal. How long can he keep it up going for? I'm not going to risk jinxing him by talking about it, that's for sure. And so it's into the game. We're playing in our change kit of gold and black shorts. And the first highlight comes to them, albeit we have the ball. Winfield on the wing, passes it inside, and a bad pass. Well, I say a bad pass. I'm not sure if it was a bad pass. It was not the best of passes, let's put it like that. Slicker equal to the shot though, and the corner comes in. Slicker comes out and collects. And that's why he is the #1 goalkeeper and not Lewis Gray, albeit Lewis Gray complains bitterly about it. A throw in, which we had a header and it come to nothing. Need to cut them off. And Slicker equal to it again. Defence at 6s and 7s. Tyler Morton picked up his 6th yellow card, just come back from suspension. And now Nico Gordon has met his 10th target, and they have scored from the corner. Nico Gordon will get a 2-match ban for that. Not sure. I was going to say he's offside, but I think it's Winfield they're playing him on. And Max Ram now picked up. We're continuing with this yellow card thing, and I really am desperate to understand why, apart from the fact that dirty. They've got away again on the counter attack. There we go, 2 behind here. We're in trouble. Luckily that's gone well wide. Right, apparently Wellens is having a stinker of a game. He is indeed. So I think it's going to get changed at half time. And half time we go in a goal down. We've had the most of possession, but really shot wise we're not in it. And it's going to be show me something else. Right, these three. Nico Gordon having a bad game as well, which avoid yellow cards. Right. Yeah, Charlie Wellens, he's been complaining about game time. Well, if he's not going to step up to the plate when we expect him to step up to the plate, then, and likewise with Joshua Webb, he's complaining he's not getting game time. He needs to show that he wants it. Deep in thought. It's no good being deep in thought, Joshua. You're either playing or you're not playing. I've dropped Egan Riley so you can show me, and then this is how you perform. Get put on the transfer list if you carry on. Bassi and needs to not happy with your performance either. He's looked stressed, so he's coming off very, very shortly. So 5-10 minutes second half, and that's about all they're going to get. Right, I think it's time to make some changes. Let's change formation, and while we're at it, right, Jackson on for Bassi. Kanga on for Wellens. Morton has gone up front and can play up front. We'll leave him there for a minute just to safeguard any problems. Let's see if we can get some more highlights here. Show some passion. And Gordon back to Slicker. And either we're going to do something very dumb here. Goodridge to Slicker. Slicker to Ram. Ram out to Winfield. Winfield ball up front for Morton. Morton has picked the ball up. Cuts it inside to Pinnington. Pinnington tried to get the shot away. Couldn't. But Kanga's there now. And he puts it away. Andy Kanga, second goal of the season. I think he scored very similar in his last goal. And that's assist by Dean Pinnington. Pennington, I think, was about to take the shot, and the defender tackled him. And either way, Kanga didn't mess with it. And it's time, I think, to have a look at a final change. We've got some tired legs on the pitch here, but can only make one more change, and that change is going to come. Tyler Morton. He could go back and cover for. Alright, Pinnington. Let's have a bit of a swap round here, because Pinnington is tired So I'm tempted to drop Moulton back in there and bring Luke Charman on for that. Here's what we're going to do. And we're going to demand more. But they have a free kick. And luckily it goes wide. Slicker with the ball out. Again, a bit worried about this. Gordon gets the ball forward, but only as far as their players. And we need to stop them, guys. Come on. We nearly run that straight in very easily. Is this going to end up as a draw? I think a draw is better than nothing. We'll go down to balanced, I think, and just safeguard this if we can. Yep. So, this episode, a 1-0 win and a draw. Yeah, I think you've done well to come back and salvage a draw. I think that's fair shout. Charlie Wellens, do we get the opportunity to say passionately, assertively, aggressively? Yep. He looked to switch off. Well, he's going to get dropped. So there you go. Don't come whinging to me about you haven't got game time. And SI, that's the sort of shout that you need to put in the game for FM21 if you haven't already done so, or 22, is where players come and whinge and then they play abysmally. They need to be told in no uncertain fashion that, well, that's why you're not playing. And put them back in their box. So we finished this episode top of the table with 43 points, just in front of Fylde, who are on 42 points, and then it comes Solihull Moors just a couple, point behind that. Dover Athletic, Yeovil Town, Northampton, Aldershot Town and Eastleigh on 32. So we're now 11 points clear of Eastleigh, who are just outside of the playoffs. So that is today's episode. We will be back, he says, having jumped to the out screen. I will have a quick look. You can't see it, but we will be back for the game around about, I think it's Wealdstone, Harrogate, Ebbsfleet, a little bit further down, but we'll be back for those games very, very shortly. I hope you enjoyed today's episode. If you have, don't forget to leave me a big thumbs up and subscribe to the channel to keep up to date with all future episodes. New episodes currently released on a Monday, Wednesday and Friday at 4:15. Follow me on Twitter for all the updates on this channel and more. Thanks for watching and see you again soon. Bye now.